Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'll be teaching you guys how I achieved the sleeve I used on this beautiful jumpsuit. So that's what I'll be teaching you guys today. Let's dive right into the video. So the first thing I did was to bring my pattern paper, fold it. It's gonna be on fold. So I will just fold it and then measure out my shoulder, that is my tip of my sleeve to my elbow. From there to my elbow is 13. I'll just measure it out. Then I'll use my ruler and connect it. I will do the same for the full length. So I'll also measure from tip of my shoulder to the full length. So this sleeve is gonna be long sleeve, so I'll just measure it and rule it out. Then after doing that, guys, I will measure from tip of my shoulder to my bicep. Is bicep measurement. So the formula showing on the screen is the formula I use to calculate that. You can use that as well. So I'll connect it with my ruler. Then after doing that, guys, I will measure the roundness of my upper arm, divide by 2. I will just mark it out there. Then I will measure the roundness of my elbow, divide by 2. I will mark it out there. Then I will come down here, measure the roundness of my wrist, divide by 2. I will mark it out as well. Then after that, I'll use my straight ruler, connect it. Then use my French curve and connect the upper part just the way I placed it. Then after that, I'll use my straight ruler again and connect it the way I'm doing in the video. Then after connecting it, I will divide that straight part by 2. I will mark the midpoint and then I will divide the half of it again by 2 again and mark the midpoint as well. Then after doing that, because it's a free sleeve, is a free dress, though my front and my back of my sleeve, that part will be the same. I'm not gonna make it separate because it's a free dress. So I will just connect it. Then after doing that, the sleeve is gonna have a band. So I will measure 5 inches for the band. I'll measure 5 inches for the band and then use my ruler and connect it. Then after doing that, I will cut. I will notch the midpoint. I will cut out that 5 inches band and keep aside. Then after that, I will spread it open. It's on fold because we are making use of the whole sleeve. Then after doing that, guys, I will bring my fabric, place it, unfold because I'm cutting the two together, then slash the midpoint of my sleeve and spread it out. You can spread as much as you want, but because I'm trying to manage my fabric, I will spread it out by I think 8 inches. But you can spread out any amount you want. You can spread out. You can spread out by 15. You can spread out by 20. You can spread out by 10. Any amount you want, depending on the quantity of fabric you have. So because I'm managing my fabric, I spread this one out by 9. Then after doing that, I will place my tape just the way I did And I added 4 inches because I want the sleeve to bulge a little on the down part of my wrist. So I will add 4 inches to the length of my basic sleeve. So from my tip of my shoulder, tip of my sleeve down to the full length, I will be marking the full length that I want, so that I'm not gonna make mistake the way I'm doing in the video right now. But remember that I added 4 inches. You can add 3 inches, you can add 4 inches. Remember that I added 4 inches to the main sleeve, just the way I'm doing to right there. You can see the gap between the basic sleeve and my fabric. So I added 4 inches so that it will bulge a little. I just wish I know you guys understand what I mean. So I will just add it all over. I will remeasure it to make sure I get a straight something that is equal. Then after that, I'll add my sewing allowance. I added 1 inch on the sides, on the shaping side, and then half inch on the upper part of the sleeve, just the one doing in the video. I'll add half inch all through. I'll add half inch all through, and then I added 1 inch on the shaping side. I added it all the way down. Then after that, I will cut. So I will mark the center and notch. I will remove the pattern paper, and then I will notch the center of the down part too. Then after that I will cut my band. Fold your fabric the way I'm folding mine right now. I'll cut my band. I'll fold it first of all upwards and then fold it again into two, just the way I did in the video. So after that, I will place my pattern paper. I will place it just the way it is on in the video. I'll place it. So I'm trying to use my pin to hold it together. And then after doing that, I will measure 1 inch again on the shaping side. I'll measure 1 inch, and then I'll cut it out. Then cut it half inch on the upper part. So this is it. I will place it again on another one and cut to the second one because we are making 2 sleeves. I will notch the center part. Then after doing that, I will fold my main fabric into 2 and notch the center part, because we want, while making our plates, we want the center part to meet each other. But before then, because I want to get an inseam sewing on the band, so I will first of all sew it the way I'm doing. I will spread it open and sew it. Then sew this one on the front part because we want to get an inseam sewing on the sleeve. Then after that, I will turn it in just the way I'm doing in the video. But make sure you iron first. Just iron. Ironing helps your work. It makes work so easy. If you are sewing and ironing, you're gonna see the mistake easily and correct it on time. So after that, you will turn the band just the way I'm doing. Just look at the video very well, the way I turn the band, because I want the sewing to be inside. I want the sewing to be inside, so you will just turn it the way I did. As you can see, the seam lines are inside already. So I'll iron it out. I'm trying to make the centers to meet each other. That's the sewing part. They will meet each other. So that is it. As you can see, this is our band. There is no seam line from the back side. You can't see the seam line. Then after sewing our, shaping our sleeve as well, the main sleeve, after shaping it, so we'll flip it over to the front. So this is it. I ironed it as well. So after doing that, guys, you know our band is two, like we folded two fabric together. So I will bring one of the fabric, then the shaping side of the band, just the way I'm doing. Please look closer. I don't even know how to explain it, but I think if you watch the video closely, you will understand what I mean. So after doing that, please guys, I've pleated everything already, and then sew it again with 1/2 inch sewing allowance. After doing that, I will join it on my sleeve. So this is it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Bye. See you next time.